Good morning. Happy Christmas Eve. I'm going to attempt to make a tomato cage tree by myself today. Wish me luck. When we were at Pop Century at the beginning of the month, they had a tree inside of the gift shop that was made out of silver tinsel, Garland, whatever. So I'm going to attempt to replicate that, but I don't quite have the ornaments like they had. I do have some red and green balls like they did. Right here I'm going to insert a picture of what the tree looked like. It's going to be a picture from the clip of the video that I had done. And I've got my tomato cage here. I'm looking at it. I've got my Garland 15 foot of tinsel garland. If this isn't enough, I'll have to buy some more. And I've got some red and green ornaments. And I've got some zip ties. I got more than 2. So, let's get into it. Okay, so to start, I've got my tomato cage. This is recycled because we have, we plant a vegetable garden every spring. So this is from our garden. It's probably been used for at least a couple, 2-3 years. I took the tomato cage, took the bottom part that goes into the ground, put it together, and zip tied it. And then I clipped the end of the zip tie off. Whoops. Alright, I don't know how well y'all can see that, and y'all are going to just have to bear with me because, yeah. And enjoy the background music while I'm doing this because, like, it's cute. It's from, Resort TV 1. Dale spent a lot of time getting this 10-hour Christmas ambiance video put together, and it's really nice, so I'm enjoying it. And he said that it was music from YouTube, so I shouldn't have issues with copyrights. So let me see if I can figure this thing out. So what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take the end of the garland, and I'm going to probably need to zip tie the top of it and then start wrapping. We're going to see how much garland I'm going to need, because I might need more than this. I've got a total of 30 feet, but we'll see. Don't fall. Don't want the top of it poking out too much. There we go. Alright, so got it zip tied. Might have to try to cut a little bit more of that off. So now I'm going to start wrapping. Okay, so you see I'm just taking this garland and I'm just wrapping it around the tomato cage. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie here in just a minute. And I probably am going to need to go and buy me some more garland because I'm almost at the end of this and I'm not even halfway down this tomato cage. I thought 2 would be enough, but it's not very thick, so I'm trying to make sure I've got it all covered. So I'll probably need to go and buy me at least 2, possibly 3, maybe 4 more strands. So I'm at the end of the first one. I'm going to zip tie this. I have decided that instead of me wasting another zip tie by zip tying the end of the first strand and then having to zip tie the beginning of the second strand, I got smart. I know a lot of people probably would have thought of this though. I'm going to zip tie the 2 of them together. So let me figure out how I did this. Okay, this is like that. And then, so I took the end and I'm just wrapping it around this bar. You see this bar right here? I wrapped it up here. Sorry, I didn't mean to use my middle finger. Okay. Get it around. Got the second strand there. I can get this through here. And we're going to zip tie. Hopefully it'll stay. Don't fall. Please don't fall. I say fall. Trying to hold the second strand of garland. See, it fell. Glad I haven't tightened it up. Trying to hold the second strand of garland, but yeah, I know you're probably thinking the same thing I just thought. Why don't you wrap it some? Then it won't fall. Okay. Okay, here we go. There. Got the tomato cage sitting on the chair so I can reach it. That was starting to fall off. Now I got to try to, without cutting the garland. I got to stand up for this one. Okay. Show you what it looks like. So thus far, this is what it's looking like. And I still have a long way to go. And not enough garland for it, because that's just one strand. Okay, so I'm going to need probably, what, 4 more strands? Y'all pray that I can find some more garland. Alright, so now I'm going to continue. Let's get this garland off of this cardboard. Okay. Oop. I thought about going live for this, and I'm glad I didn't, since I'm not going to have enough garland. My husband even asked me last night, think it's going to be enough? And I said, well, it should be. I didn't think about how wide the bottom of the cage gets. Alright, this is going to be weird. Let me see if I can figure this one out. Because now I'm going to have a big old gap. I'm going to have to bring this... Let's hope I can fill in this gap here. Actually, I wonder if I can... Let me see something. Let me see if I can bring this down any. Still don't have a gap. Oh well. So I got to try to fix this part because the metal's showing. Note to self, don't stop right above the top of a ring. Goodness gracious. Well, actually, this is the first ring I'm coming to. So maybe, I wonder. Let's see. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do is there's just going to be, the rings are going to be shown because they're hard to cover with this not being, again, the best quality. This is Walmart garland. But it's not the best quality, and I'm almost to the end of it. I don't know how I'm almost to the end of it when I just started wrapping. I don't know if you can see or not, but right here is the ring. But I can probably, maybe, fix that, and I can also, hopefully when I find more of the tinsel garland, try to go over these rings. I might have to cut the garland into strips and just try to patch up where the rings are because it's ridiculous. So, note to self again, 2 strands are almost half of the tomato cage. So I'm going to try to find 6 more just to be on the safe side. Okay. So I have to go out today anyway. So what I'm going to do is take the end of this. See if I can bring it over a little bit. There it goes. I'm going to zip tie it right here. Go and get the stuff I've got to get for today and see if I can find some more garland, and then I'll finish the video later on after I get home this afternoon. So here's what I've got. This is 2 15-foot strands of tinsel garland. I cannot calculate very well. Okay, well, through the magic of television or through the magic of videos and YouTube, I'm back with 8 more strands of garland. 8, okay. If this isn't enough, then I give up. So I have taken strand number 3 and I have zip tied it. And this zip tie, I think there's something wrong with this one particular zip tie because it's just not wanting to stay. Anyway, so I'm going to continue with what I left off with earlier this morning. It is now like 4 something in the afternoon. We picked up one of me and my son went and got my friend and went to Cracker Barrel and had, it was a late breakfast. It was like, by the time we got seated about, I don't know, 11:15, but our food didn't even come out until like 11:30, close to 11:30. So it's always chaotic in that Cracker Barrel. It seems like they don't know what they're doing at breakfast time. I don't never have issues at lunchtime. This thing is not standing up in this chair. So there's that. Still got Resort TV One's Christmas music video with pictures that they took from the parks during the Christmas season playing in my background. Well, I had stopped it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to go around the tomato cage with the garland. Let me see something. This is strand number 3. And let me look at something first. Let's see which way to do this, because these rings are getting in my way. And yeah, let me see something. This is not looking right. This. Move that. It's stuck. Oh. Well, somehow it's looped up underneath. Okay, hold on. It's looped. Weird. Wasn't underneath. I don't know what was wrong there. Anyway. So, I'm going to continue doing this. It's just the simple, like I was doing earlier, wrapping my garland round and round. Zip tying where needed. I might need to start zip tying to these metal things. I don't know. And I have not yet figured out how to speed up videos on my editing program. So I'm going to stop the video and keep going, and then I'll come back in just a little bit. Okay, so this is after the first round of garland. I think what I'm going to do is I've got, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4 strands left. So that's what, 60 feet? I'm going to go back around because as you see at the bottom it gets wider and then the garland ends up in a triangle shape. So now that I've got that layer on, I'm going to start wrapping these extra strands and see if I can't fill it out more. If not, it'll be okay. Like, yeah. This little, like a hot mess right now. It's a work in progress. Alright. Finished product for the tree. I have not used all the garland. I still have 2 more strands, but I give up. And it's lopsided, so I'm going to need my husband to fix it. It looks really lopsided, doesn't it? So I'm about to put it back up on the chair and start putting ornaments on it. Alright, y'all. I have got my ornaments. I have bought some silver hooks to kind of blend in with the silver garland. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hooks in, but I don't really want them to be hanging. You know, I don't want it to hang. So I'm going to attempt this. Let's see. I'm going to make the hooks smaller by bending them and twisting. They might hang a little bit. I'm going to say. Okay. Then I'm going to take the actual head of the hook and bend it down as best as I can. And then, let's see. So what I'm going to do is I want to put it on the rings. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. I probably could hang it off with the garland. I'm going to start by hanging it off on one of the rings around the garland. If I can find the ring. Oh my goodness. Okay. It would help if the hook was open. And then I'm going to shut this hook and squeeze it so that it doesn't fall off. Okay. There's one. Looks really weird on the camera. Like, this side is, yeah, whatever. You know what? It don't matter. It's not for sale. It's just something for me. And whatever. So, we're going to put different textures. I just put a matte finish on. I'm putting in, I call it an oil base. My husband's a painter. He owns his own painting company, drywall company. I'm calling this one oil base. I don't know what, the shiny. It's a shiny one. Bless it. I don't know the terminology. I don't care. I'm not very crafty. Alright. So we stuck that one there. Let's stick this one. Let's see what I can do up here. Okay. We're going to stick this one up here. Ow. Try not to poke yourself with the hook. It's going to hang some. I just don't want them to be bouncing around. So that one's hung up at the top. Oops, sorry. You can see that. Do one more. Let's do a glittery one. Real pretty red glittery. And then I'm going to end this segment of the video and continue putting ornaments on, and then I'll bring you back when I'm finished. I'm trying not to totally load it down because I don't want it totally completely loaded with ornaments, but you know, I want it to have some stuff on it just to make it kind of look cute. It's not going to look exactly like the one at Pop Century, but it's going to have the same colors, except theirs has got different shades of green. It's got the darker green and the lighter green, and yeah, it's okay. Alright, so that's red, green. I'm trying to think if I want to continue on this. Let me look at how many I've got. I'm going to put... wish this wasn't so nice. See, I could go back through. I know that y'all can't see this part. Let me show you. I can lift it up. Right in here. Right in here. The garland is sunk in because the wider it gets, it's harder to fill the area in because there's such a big gap of wire there from ring to ring. So I've got it turned to its side. So let's put this one right here. Let's see, is there a ring anywhere? There's a ring right here. Well, there's also a bar there. I want it on the front, kind of. And I'm going to squeeze that together. There. Can you see that? Doop. Alright, let me add some more, and I'll bring you back. Voila. There it is. And check this out. I made a mess. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I had fun making this little DIY, what would you call it? Tinsel garland. Oh my god, okay, sorry. My little tomato cage tinsel garland tree, inspired by the tinsel garland tree at Pop Century Resort at Disney World. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Happy New Year. God bless you. And remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. See you later. Bye.